Hey there guys, Fireman Official here and welcome to this Age of Empires 4 video. So today we're doing the infamous Outpost Rush build order for the Mongol civilization. This is really effective on open maps, primarily because the Mongols have cheaper outposts and they can use the Ovu to double produce from their production buildings. Because this is a nomad civilization, you need to take your packed up town centre to the woodline, ideally the one that's next to the stone pile, and get your Khan to bring the sheep into the town centre. The first villager to be produced from the town centre will go to sheep. In fact, all of the villagers from the town centre will go to sheep until you reach 10 on food. One of the starting villagers will go to build the Ovu and then go to food at the town centre. Another villager will go straight to the food at the town centre, and that leaves 4 of the starting villagers to go to wood. Take your Khan to find as many sheep as you possibly can, because at the 2-minute mark, that's when we're usually going to go forward to take some villagers and try and find our opponent to drop the first outpost. Once the villager has built the Ovu, take that villager to go to the town centre to take sheep and the food that's there. Once you hit 150 wood, build your barracks, and if you can get it next to the Ovu, you know, your wood line and your town centre, that's fantastic. You can build the barracks directly in the influence of the Ovu, but if not, just build it on the side here and then you'll pack up the barracks and unpack it again next to the Ovu. That villager building goes back to wood. Now near the 2-minute mark, you want to actually control group 3 of the villagers on food, because the villagers that go forward are going to come from food. A decent number of sheep here. Don't forget to use the arrow signal capabilities that the Khan has to make it move faster, of course. Okay, here you are. You can see I'm control grouping 3 villagers, or at least trying to. There we are, we got it done. And we're bringing the sheep back. So the villagers are going to start to go forward. Once the barracks has been unpacked near the Ovu, we queue up the spearman ×2. Using the Ovu's capability of double producing units with an extra bit of stone cost being used. So we take the Khan with the villagers. We want to find our opponent's gold pile, ideally. That's what we really want to stop if we can. That would be ideal to be able to stop them getting up to the feudal age, but the timing wise are such that often they may have already got enough gold to get them to the next age. Nevertheless, we're still going to outpost the key resources. So just to let you know guys, I do have the PDF version of the build orders on the channel as well. So do check the video description if you'd like to grab hold of them. But of course we're going through the build order today now anyway, and it's relatively straightforward, so hopefully you should be able to follow along. Now we're going to go forward with our Khan, grab any sheep on the way, which is particularly helpful. We will bring those sheep back to our base later, once we feel comfortable doing that. And we're usually going to go for 4 spearmen. I think in this demonstration I actually go for a couple more, and that does delay the feudal age time a little bit. But it's better to be aggressive and make sure you've got good map control, rather than lose the control, because that can be very costly if you do. Now of course it goes without saying really that you don't really want to be doing this strategy against the English, because of course the villagers for the English can shoot arrows with their bows, and so it's really easy for them to defend this, to be honest. Also, I would be really reluctant to do this against the Chinese, because they often go up with the Barbican of the Sun. And if they do get the Barbican of the Sun up, then often you can't really deny a lot of the resources that you want to. We usually want to deny the gold first, and here we are. And we want to get the spearmen near our outposts. I tend to usually garrison one of the spearmen in the outpost. And that means that your opponent can't really get too close to it, because it will start to fire arrows out there. If you don't have anything garrisoned, the outposts just give you extra vision up until feudal age. In feudal age we will of course get arrow slits, which is absolutely fantastic. Now that we've reached 10 villagers on food, guys, we're going to send the next 3 villagers to gold. You can see me here frantically trying to find out where our gold is. It's absolutely miles away, and that really does hinder our feudal age time as well. We go for this one in the end. It's not ideal how far away it is, but well, what can you do, I guess. And yeah, we're just going to garrison the other outpost as well. I'm going to try and deny the berries and make good progress, just creeping along and blocking our opponent in. And in feudal age, when all of these outposts have arrow slits, it's really useful. It can really stop them and halt their progress, and they may have to commit to getting some rams out to destroy them. So our opponent did get up to the feudal age, unfortunately, and we're losing valuable HP on that villager. It's not ideal. Need to keep an eye on that. But hey ho, we kept it alive. That's the main thing. And just dot a spearman around the base in case they're expanding and going other places. The great thing about the outposts doubling up as towers if they're garrisoned is that you can also have the extra vision, which is super handy. Now that we've got 3 villagers on gold, we're going to send all of the next villagers from the town centre to go to food, the sheep that's there, up until we can actually click up to the next stage. It's at this point you may want to consider getting up some spearmen if you've got enough food, just so you can keep a strong military presence on the field. Ideally as well, if you can burn down a building, that's really valuable because then you can actually get the gold and the resources. I probably should have, well actually couldn't have got the mill there because it would have been shot by the arrow fire. But unluckily in this particular demonstration there wasn't anything I could siege down. So what can you do? We're also almost going to lose that spearman, not ideal, but we're going to use that spearman to garrison in the outpost anyway, so yeah, but we want to avoid that if we can. The next thing is we're going to build a landmark. Doesn't really matter which one you go for. I tend to go for the silver tree just in case this game gets dragged out, and I tend to build the landmark with a fair few villagers from the food, usually around about 6 to 8. Now at this point I'd send all the new villagers from the town centre to go to wood. When we do reach feudal age, we're going to go to build an archer range, get some archers out, and then go for the arrow slits technology. At this point I probably wouldn't double produce any units from the Ovu production buildings because we want to save that stone for arrow slits for all of our towers, or outposts rather. So guys, after you do get up to feudal age, you're going to be mixing up your archers. We're getting villagers now on wood, and so we'll be able to get the blacksmith for siege engineering, and also the upgrades like steeled arrow, iron undermesh, you name it, we want it. You're going to get the spearman upgrade to hardened spearman as well, and that will really give us the ability to pack a punch. The villagers that built the landmark will go to food, and as we said before, all the villagers now are going to wood, and we can get the arrow slits technology in our key outposts and just keep pushing forward. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this build order tutorial, and if you did, do give the video a thumbs up as it really helps the channel. And if you liked the content like this, do hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more build orders. Take care guys, and see you next time.